Module 8, International Trade. Always controversial. Nothing's changed. It's still controversial. In fact, some economists have said it's the economic version of the movie Groundhog Day, where you just keep on making the same arguments over and over and over again. Seems like the same stuff being thrown out there and same stuff being refuted. Let's look at some of the lectures. Economist Paul Krugman talks about that. Here I've quoted him in this little thing called Why Trade? And it is frustrating for economists. It's like saying, guys, 2 + 2 is 4, and here's why, and then the next day you have to do it again. So anyway, trade makes us better off. That's why we do it. That's why we buy our bread at Wegmans, most of us, or some other grocery store, because it's cheaper for us to buy it from them than to make it ourselves. Okay, we've got to include the opportunity cost of our time, and we make a gain. They make a gain because they value our money more than they value the bread. We value the bread more than they value our money. So we make an exchange where we both benefit. That's why we trade. There's no difference between the economics of trade is the same, whether it's trading with Wegmans here in town or trading with somebody who is in Pennsylvania. The economics of trade is the same. If our trading partner is in Canada, the economic trade hasn't changed. The politics of trade has changed, however. When we cross international borders, the politics has changed. So, anyway, talk about that in there. Hearts and Heads, an article by Paul Krugman. Good intentions, right? Good intentions. The world is paved with good intentions, but sometimes the outcomes are just disastrous. And this talks about kids who lose their jobs. We think we're doing them a favor by boycotting the products they make. But are we? If these kids lose their jobs, where do they go? Remember, they had those jobs because that was the best alternative for them. Now they have to go to the next best alternative. And what is that? Well, the evidence is pretty dismal where they go, where they end up. So that one's always an eye-opener for students. What? Trade is good? I've never heard that before. Boy, how many times have I heard that? Yeah. Especially from an area that's been hard hit by international trade. Yes, that one's a tough one. Brexit, where Great Britain left the European Economic Union. What happened there? Why did they do it? And why did the markets react the way they did? When the Britain voted to leave, the market not only collapsed there, but here. If you're interested in that sort of thing, this goes through step by step exactly why the markets responded the way they did. And we have a video here, Trade, Its Trials and Triumphs. Again, costs and benefits. There's always costs and benefits. Well, that's it for this one. See you next module.